All of you, good morning, my dear students. I am Anbraj, Social Science teacher, RE Metric Higher Secondary School, Melur. Unit 2, Civics, Unit 2, Election, Political Parties and Pressure Groups. In this lesson, we are going to study about the pressure groups. Pressure groups. The term pressure group was originated in the USA. A pressure group is a group of people who are organized actively for promoting and defending their common interests. A pressure group is a group of people who are organized actively for promoting and defending their common interests. It is so called as it attempts to bring a change in the public policy by exerting pressure on the government. The word exert means apply or bring to bear. The pressure groups are also called interest groups or vested groups. They are different from the political parties in that they neither contest the elections nor try to capture political powers. Nextly, pressure groups in India. A large number of pressure groups exist in India, but they are not developed to the same extent as in the USA or the Western countries like Britain, France, Germany, and so on. The pressure groups in India can be broadly classified into the following categories. Those are: first is business groups, second, trade unions, third, agrarian groups, fourth, professional associations, fifth, students organizations, sixth, religious organizations, seventh, tribal organizations, eighth, linguistic groups, ninth, ideology based groups, 10th, environmental protection groups. These are the categories of the pressure groups. Nextly, we should knowing about the functions of pressure groups in India. Pressure groups are the interest groups that work to secure certain interests by influencing the public policy. Influencing the public policy. They are non-aligned with any political party and work as an indirect yet powerful group to influence the policy decision. Pressure groups carry out a range of functions including representations, political participations, education, policy formulation, and policy implementation. Do you know the examples for the pressure groups? FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Next, AICTUC. AITC is All India Trade Union Congress. All India Kisan Sabha. Indian Medical Association, that is IMA. Nextly, AISF. AISF is the abbreviation of All India Students Federation. All India Sikh Students Federation. Young Badaga Association. Tamil Sangam. Tamil Nadu Vivasayigal Sangam. Narmada Pachava Andolan. The Narmada Pachava Andolan pressure groups worked for secure the environment. The Narmada Pachava Andolan pressure groups were the environmental activities groups. Okay. Nextly, political participation of pressure groups. Pressure groups can be called the informal phase of politics. Pressure groups can be called the informal phase of politics. They exert influence. Exert means apply or bring to bear. They exert influence precisely by mobilizing popular support through activities such as petitions, marches, demonstrations, and other forms of political protests. Such forms of political participations have been particularly attractive to young people. Nextly, functions of pressure groups in education. Many pressure groups devote significant resources by carrying out research, maintaining websites, commenting on government policy, and using high-profile academics, scientists, and even celebrities to get their views across, with an emphasis to cultivate expert authority. Nextly, policy formulation. Functions of the pressure groups. Though the pressure groups themselves are not policymakers, yet it does not prevent many of them from participating in the policy-making process. Many pressure groups are vital sources of information and render advice to the government. Render means provide or give, and therefore they are regularly consulted in the process of policy formulation. Nextly, mobilization and people's participation of pressure groups. First, mobilization. Mobilizing people towards socially protective activities that lead to the overall betterment of people's lives in is essential. Sometimes earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, and other such natural disasters on a massive scale occur, and people's immediate mobilization for evacuation and emergency relief becomes most essential. That functions also did by the pressure groups. Next, democratic participation of the pressure groups. Democracy can succeed only when smaller local groups and in fact every citizen can take action that supports the tax and the revenue collection systems. Observance of national norms in environmental protections, cleanliness, health and hygiene, sanitary drives and immunization programs like pulse polio. However, we must keep in mind that there is no better form of government than democratic government. To create better society and nation, the people of India, along with the union and the state governments, should come together to fight against the miseries of human life. Okay, students, you should recap in this lesson. You should recap some points in your mind. That is, the Prime Minister is elected by members of Lok Sabha. There are two types of elections. One is direct elections and another is indirect elections. Next, recap point. A political party has three components. A political party have three components. A leader, secondly, active members and the followers. A leader, active members and the followers were the three components of a political party. Political parties in India are classified in two types. Political parties are classified in two types. One is national party and another is state parties. In 2017 year, there were 7 recognized national parties in India. The term pressure group originated in the USA. A large number of pressure groups exist in India. These are some important recap points in this lesson. Okay, students, we have nextly we are going to study